Hello there, folks. It's an interesting application today. We're going to set up a method of communications between two RedLion HMIs using the OPC Proxy method, not the OPC UA, but this is the older method, OPC Proxy. That's a method you can share tags from one RedLion device to another RedLion device. So I've got two databases open here. One that's going to be called the OPC Master, this one right here. And then I have another one open that's the OPC slave. So both databases are, for the most part, exactly the same. And what I'm going to do here is on the OPC slave HMI, it's going to be the master one that's going to be talking to these PLCs. And the other HMI is going to be a master to this one that's going to be the slave that's going to get the data, its tags from this guy. So on this slave one, I'm going to go down here to a section over here. Let me shrink this down. And I'm going to go into the services section. And in the services, I'm not going to use OPC UA. That's another method, but we're going to use this here. We're going to turn on the OPC proxy here. We've got it turned on here, and I've changed the session limit here from 2 to default to 4. That'll let 4 RedLion devices talk to this guy. So that's going to share the tags from here. That's all I'm going to do in this part here for this change. And then I'm going to go to the other program, this one right here. And on this one, I'm going to go over here to communications. And we're going to click on protocol number 3. Now notice on this one, it's got these devices. Now we're going to end up removing these eventually. And it's going to get all its tag data from this other connection you'll see. So under whatever protocol here is available, I'm going to hit the pick button. I'm going to go down to OPC Proxy. I'm going to use this particular driver. This is going to make this guy be the client or master, which is going to talk to the other RedLion database. So I'm going to click here, and then you see right below here it's got this HMI number here. You see this number here. So first off, I'm pointing to you, this here is going to be the IP address of the other HMI. So before we adjust anything, let's go to the original, to the slave program. And on this one, I'm going to click on the word network here. And I want to notice, okay, so this guy is set at 192.168.250.20. Okay, just kind of remember that number, because I'm going to go over here to this one. And whoops, I'm going to click right here. And I'm going to put that same number here, 192.168.250.20. That's the IP address of the other guy. And then I'm going to hit the browse here. When I click on browse, I'm going to grab the database from the slave one that's going to be sharing the tag. So I'm going to click on this one right here, click the open button. Now it's set up there. Now I know you haven't seen anything different here, but I'm also going to do one more thing. Over here where it says HMI1, I'm always kind of weird about this. I'm going to rename this HMI underscore, and then I'm going to do 192. Not dot, can't do a dot. I'm going to do underscore 168 underscore 250 underscore 20. I put that there because that's affectionately the same IP address of what it's going to be talking to. Now, in this database, if I go over here to data tags, and let's just say I expand this MCC category, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Let me just show you one. So if I click on this tag here, notice it's currently mapped to the MCC, which, by the way, is this device right here. Okay, well, what I want to do here is, so here, instead of mapping this to the MCC, watch what I do here. I'm going to hit the pull down, and look, on the bottom of the list here happens to be that other device, the HMI that I just created using the OPC proxy connection. So I'm going to click on that guy. It brings in, as you can see here, these are all the tags that are come from the other one. So let me just move this over here. So you can see this one's called NMCC PLC Comms Verify. By chance, happens to be the first one here. So I'm going to click the OK button. And if you notice now that one is mapped to the other HMI that is also going to be then polling that PLC. So if I want to do that to another one, I have to click here, and I have to go down here to this and do the next one. And basically in this, I'd have to do every tag that is in this database. That's going to be a lot of work. Matter of fact, there's 380 tags, I think, in this database. So that would require a lot of work on every one of these tags to do that manually. So I found another way to do that exact same procedure. Once I did one of them, as you see right, I did this one right here. So instead of me manually doing all of that, I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to click up here on the word data tags. And when I click on data tags, I'm going to do this function right here, team, called export tags. So when I click on the export tags here, it's going to export the tags. Let me go put this in the same directory as my application test here. So give me a second here, team. Try to keep all this organized. And we're going to go down here to my folder where I'm doing this right here. Right here. Okay, so I'm going to call this one tags underscore 01. Now, for some reason, our software always likes to do it as a Unicode text file. I'm going to hit the pull down here and choose an ANSI CSV. So I'm going to hit the save button. You're going to see down here it's cranking away through some stuff, cranking away. Okay, so apparently it created a CSV file. So now I'm going to go over here to that directory. Here it is. I'm going to double click on this CSV file. Open it up here and maybe shrink this down so you guys can see everything. We'll make that. We'll take this down here to our window so you can see hopefully all. All right, so here I have a CSV listing of all the tag names. Make that. Here's the tag names here. This column here, column B, is the important one because column B has all of the mapping references to the previous stuff. But what I really want to do, let me go down here to where you'll see the first one, or the only one we did. Keep going, keep going. Right here, this is the only one we've done so far. Now I want you to know something. I'm going to make this a little bigger, and I'll make this. So in essence, what I'm saying to you, team, is I really need to change all of these to be mapped to this device instead of the previous things. So let me show you how I figured out how to make a shortcut or how to do this. So I'm going to delete this column. So I deleted all those. And then I'm going to do a couple manually, and then I'm going to take advantage of a thing called flash fill. So I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to copy this value here. I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to do one more. I'm going to copy this one here. Let me hit escape. Right click, copy this one. And I'm going to paste it here as well. All right, so I've just pasted those, but I need to add this section into here. So let me hit escape. I'm going to click on this one. Up here, I'm going to put my mouse right here, and right before the dot, I'm going to move over here. I'm going to right click and copy that section. I want you to notice you got a bracket here at the beginning, and you got a bracket here at the end. So I'm going to click on this one here, put my cursor right here before it, right click and paste that, and then we'll go to the end here. I'll put a closing bracket there, hit enter, and that puts me in the next one. So I'm going to do this next one, same thing, paste right there, go to the end, do a bracket, boom. All right, now notice this one, I just want to verify, team. I want you to see this has the MCC PLC is the same as here. This one here has R1, notice R1 there, and this one here has R2, R2. So you can see that those three are different. Now I want to mass do all of that for the rest of these in this section. So watch what I do. I'm going to take my mouse right here, and I'm going to highlight all these like that, and then I'm going to grab this dot right here, and I'm going to drag it all the way down here to the end like that. And you can see what Excel does by default. It does like a copy and copies the same formula. But really what I want to do is I want to grab these names and put them in these places. So this little thing right here, this little button here, it says autofill options. If I click on that, you have some of these grayed out options. I want to take advantage of the flash fill. So when I click flash fill, watch what it does. 1, 2, 3, boom. Look what it did. I'll make this a little bigger so you can see it. It went and took the names that are here and added them to the sequence. It kept the same reference number here, which is what I wanted, okay? But then it put those names here. That's pretty cool. Now let me show you. Let's do some more. Let me do some more here. Let's go way up here. We have tons of other tags way up here, like tons. Look at this, tons. I like that word, tons. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete this whole column, get rid of all this stuff. Give me a second here to drag all the way down. Took me a while to figure out this trick, team. That's why I'm documenting this, because it took me a little bit of trick to figure it out, but it's such a time saver. So get all the way down to the bottom here. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to delete this whole column. I deleted all of them out. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to copy this text, and I'll paste it here for now. And I want to teach you something else. So I've copied one. I'm going to copy two more of these. So I'm going to copy this one, paste it here, and I'm going to do this one as well. So I'm going to hit escape because it keeps focused. I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to paste it here as well. So I found out in testing that if you only do two of these, my flash fill doesn't work like I want. You really got to do three of them. So I've got those three there. Let me go way down here again because I got to cheat. And I want to copy this prefix here just like I did before. So I'm going to put my mouse and copy right before the tag name. Copy that little part there. Go back up the top here. I'm going to click on this first one. I'm going to put my cursor right here. Right click, paste. And I'm going to put a bracket at the end. There's a bracket. Enter. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Right click here. Paste. Put a bracket at the end. Enter. And I'll do the third one. It's important you do three of them because two won't do what you want. You need three of them. Whoops, that's not a bracket. There's a bracket. Okay, so same procedure. I'm going to highlight these three like that. That kind of tells Excel. Here's kind of my formula. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and drag this down here like this. Why do I have this Teams open right now? Let me undo that. Hold on, let me start over. Control Z. Well, why won't Control Z undo? Okay. All right, so Control Z didn't work, so I manually deleted all those. Let's try it again. So I'm going to highlight all these three like this. Drag it there, and then I'm going to take and I'll drag all this way, all the way down here. Let's go all the way down to the bottom here. I'm filling in this whole section of all of these values. All right, so it's right about there is where it stops. Notice it populated with the copy. I'm going to click this button right here. Once again, I'm going to try to use the flash fill. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's let it crank through. Well, I must have screwed up. Hold on. You know what, team? I did screw up there because somehow I didn't realize that when I did the second one there, it didn't do it. That's it. That's it. Let me continue on here. A few too many interruptions from my Teams app. So let me shut that. I shut that down, and let's go ahead and start right back over. Let's copy that. We're going to hit escape. We're going to copy this one. Going to paste it here, and we're going to copy this one. Copy it, and we'll paste it here again. We'll just try it one more time. Okay, so there's those, just like I had before. So then I'm going to slide all the way down here. So I'm going to copy that prefix once again. Click here. I'm going to put my cursor right before the dot. I'm going to copy that section there. Go back up here to the top. All right, so we'll put the click here. We're going to right click here, paste, put our bracket at the end, boom, enter. Put our cursor right here, right click, paste, put our bracket at the end, enter, and we'll put our cursor once again right here, right click, paste, put our cursor here at the end, bracket like that. Now I got all three originally here. So this time again, I'm going to take my cursor and I'm going to go ahead and drag all these down here like this. I don't know if that's, well, let's try it here. Well, I don't think I grabbed it correctly, but let's see. Don't think I did, but because I want to grab the corner, but let me just, since I'm committed, let me just see what it does here. Let's see here. Okay, so it stops right here. Yeah, okay, so that didn't, so let me go back up here, hit escape, back up here to the top. All right, so we'll do that. Then I'm going to grab the corner this time. I'm going to grab this corner here. Let's try this. Okay, so this highlights it all. Let's go all the way down here to the bottom. I'm dragging this corner. All right, whoops, not quite that far. Right about to right there. Drop it. So look, it made a copy of everything, but again, I want to use this name in place of this. So I'm going to hit this button right here, do the flash fill again. Let's see what it does. 1, 2, 3, boom. Look, it automatically went through and changed all of those names for me, which is exactly what I wanted all the way through. It kept the number here correctly, and it added that name over here in that place. Perfect. All right, let's just double check before we're out of here. See if we have any other outstanding tags that we have another section right here that we still got to do that are the numeric tags. So again, I'm going to fix this by going down here like this. I want to delete all these out of here. Okay, there we go. I'm going to delete. That got rid of those. Same exact procedure. I'm going to click here, right click, copy. I'll paste that guy right here. Hit escape. I'm going to go over here, right click, copy. Click right here, paste. And I'll do escape again. And this one here, right click, copy, place here, paste. There we go. So I got all three like that. Once again, I want to copy this section of code here. So I'll just click on any of these fields. It doesn't matter. I'm going to highlight like that. Copy that section. I'm going to click on this field. Put my cursor right here. Right click, paste there. Put a bracket at the end. Closing bracket. Boom. Enter. Then I'll put here this guy right here. Boom. Right click, paste. Go here to the end. Bracket. Boom. And I'll do it once again for the third. Remember, I was telling you guys, you got to do this for 3 cells. You can't just do 2 because that doesn't give Excel the right nomenclature. All right, so again, I'm going to highlight those 3. I got all 3 highlighted. I'm going to grab the corner right here, grab the corner, and I'm going to drag it down to where I'm done with these tags. Let's see here. Okay, so here's the last one. I'm going to drop it. That's going to paste basically a copied version. But again, this little thing right here, autofill options, click there, flash fill, boom. And look, it automatically grabbed the names. Exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Okay, I think this looks good here in the Excel spreadsheet. Yeah, I don't see other tags mapped differently. All right, so now what I'm going to do, team, is I'm going to save this as a different name. So go File, Save As, and I'm in the directory here where I want. I'm going to call this tags 02, just so you can see. Call it 02. It's a CSV file. Hit the Save button. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to close Excel. Okay, there's my tags. Now here's something I don't know what it is about Excel, but they must do something to the nomenclature or something. So I found in my testing that I have to open this up in Notepad. So I'm going to right click on this tags to right click, and I'm just going to open up with, say, Notepad, for instance. Doesn't matter what, but I'll open a Notepad. Yes, it's a convoluted mess. I'm going to hit the file pull down. I'm just going to resave it in Notepad. I just saved it there. I think I saved it in the same spot. Let me double check. Yeah, just save. I'm not doing anything here. Nope, it's already saved. So I'm going to close it here. And now I'm going to go back to Crimson. And I'm going to go to the OPC Master program. That's the one we're working on, the OPC Master. Because look, communications, there's the master. So on data tags on this one, I want you to notice, look. So on this database here, again, notice the first one is mapped as it was before, but all of the rest of the tags in here are still mapped to the other devices. Well, we want to mass copy all these over to the other. So the whole purpose of this exercise with the Excel is to re-import the tags and to see if we can get it automatically map over. So I'm going to click up here on the word data tags right here. This time, team, I'm going to click the import tags button. So if I click the import tags button here, and you see here it's looking for a Unicode, I'm going to hit the pull down and choose the ANSI CSV file. This is tag 2. This is the one we made all the changes to right here, this guy right here. I'm going to click the open button. Let's see what it does. 1, 2, 3. It's going to say, hey, this operation cannot be undone. Do you want to continue? I'm going to say yes. And look, it's compiling. It's bringing in down here. You see that? Now look, if I click on any of the tags now, they're all mapped, look, to the other driver. That's exactly what I want. So now, effectually, in this database, I can go back to communications. Nothing is talking to these now. Look, if I right-click on this one, find usage, it's not being used anywhere. If I right-click on this one, find usage, well, I must have missed one here. So apparently, I must have missed one or two of them. This one's one of them. As you can tell, it's red. I don't know how I missed it, but for some reason, it didn't map to MPLC base 6 inlet temp. So let's manually fix this one. We'll go down here, and we're going to go to, these are in the mcc.indication.mplc. So we're in the MCC here, and then we're going to slide in here into the indication section maybe. This is what it would entail to manually do these. So let's find the indication right here, and it's MPLC. So here's MPLC base 6 inlet. Base 6 inlet. Huh, isn't that interesting? So apparently, the other database doesn't have that tag in it. Isn't that ironic? Well, who knows? That's interesting. The other database must not have had that, even though I was told they were the same. But okay, so we'll leave that one alone. There's that mistake that needs to be fixed. And then if we want to find others, we can go down here, see the word errors lit up. I can click on errors. It takes you to the first one we're looking at. If I click here, apparently there's another tag in here as well, this one right here. So let's double click on it. Let's see what we got going on for it. So this one has a mistake of, interesting here, it's the same one. Or is it the same tag? No, let me go here again. Hold on, right here. Boom, boom. Takes me to this one. Okay, so that's got a 0.01. Let's click the data tab. Okay, so it mapped here correctly. I see the problem here. Here's the problem with this one. Very interesting. It's mapped to this tag right here, which is an X, means it's an integer, but this has a format of 0.01. So that's can't be, because it's going to be a integer value. So I'm going to put 001 here. Oops, let me turn on my number lock here. Go ahead, general, put 00001 there. You don't really need the 3 zeros because they've got some format here, but okay, so I think that should have fixed that. Let's see if we, so the only error we have is this one here because the other database didn't have it, but we'll leave that alone. The customer can figure that out. That's the way to do OPC tags. I'm going to attempt this with a different database, but this is just an example here. The important thing was the steps I did in Excel to remap everything over to the other devices was the big step here to work. So anyway, just thought I'd make a quick demo of that and share with you. Hey, thanks a lot, folks. Have a great day.